Hi, my name is Rogier. Welcome back to a new episode of Richer in Crypto. This is episode number 10. Today, MultiHODL is what we're going to talk about. And MultiHODL is one of the products offered by Youhodler, a platform where you can get very high interest rates on your cryptocurrency. Stablecoins, it's up to 12.3% during the making of this video in April 2022. And also on a lot of other cryptocurrencies, you can get very high interest rates, which are paid weekly, the interest earned, and it's like for like. So if you put in US dollar Tether, or you put in Bitcoin or Ethereum or ADA, you receive the currency that you put in. And so today I'm going to talk about MultiHODL. What is MultiHODL? Well, MultiHODL is a trading tool. Okay, so it has a higher risk. If you want to lower your risk, you should just hodl your crypto, and you could put some of your crypto onto the platform of Youhodler, which is a Swiss company. So MultiHODL, it sits in the name, okay? It multiplies your capital that you invest with MultiHODL. For example, you can work with leverage, which means, let's say that you put in $1,000 as your own margin, as your own collateral, and you want to trade with a 10x leverage. That means that your $1,000 is now worth $10,000, and the 1,000 is the maximum that you can lose if you don't set any stop loss and the trade doesn't go your way. You can potentially lose the complete $1,000. But the other 9,000 in the example, if you put in a 10x leverage, you pay interest on those loans. And that is also why you get very high interest rates on Youhodler, because the capital that you put on platforms like Youhodler, and a lot of platforms do it. Binance also does it. Crypto.com also does it. A lot of centralized exchanges also offer these kind of functionalities. And Binance is the largest one. So Youhodler works with MultiHODL, and you can. I'm going to show you how you can set up a new trade and how you can set your stop loss level, your take profit level, and explain how it works. So within Youhodler, you can trade over 40 currencies, all right? So in the list that you can see here below, these are all the cryptocurrencies that you can trade with on MultiHODL, which is a lot. And it's pretty simple. You can see the arrow down and the arrow up. It means that you can put your trade on a long or a short position, as you're used to if you're used or comfortable or already introduced into trading. So let's say, for example, we want to put in a trade for Bitcoin. I can just find Bitcoin. You can see I can trade Bitcoin against US dollar Tether here. And you can just say, okay, Bitcoin is going down or Bitcoin is going up. Let's say that Bitcoin, which had a pretty decent correction down to $40,000, reached the local bottom, and we want to say, well, I think Bitcoin is going up. Then you just say up, and then you can say, okay, the source is Tether, but you can, so in this example, because it's Bitcoin against the US dollar Tether, you have to use Tether to initiate this trade. If you don't have any Tether, you can just easily convert it on the MultiHODL tool. That's no problem. So in this example, let's put in a trade of $1,000. And the multiplier, which is of course depending on loans, I always take a low multiplier, because the higher the multiply factor is, the higher the leverage, the higher the risk. Okay, let's say that I put a multiply of 50, so that's the maximum. That means that my trade is going to be worth $50,000. So if the market moves up 1%, I will earn 50% on my initial trade, on my collateral, which is 50% of $1,000. But if it moves down 1%, I will lose 50% of my collateral, which is the $1,000. So I will lose $500. So the higher the leverage, the higher the multiplier MultiHODL, the higher the risk. And I always, if you're going to start using MultiHODL, maybe you are hodling for a while on Youhodler, you're earning interest, and you're like, oh, maybe I can start with some smaller trades. I would definitely recommend you to use a low leverage to make sure that if you make a trade and you're going to earn money, that's nice. But if you make a trade and it's going sideways, then you won't lose that much, and then you can learn trading step by step in this matter. So in this example, we're going to say Bitcoin is going to move up. I put in a $1,000 trade. I multiply it with 5, so the total trade will be worth $5,000. And it's multiplied by 11 loans. So the $1,000 tether is used to buy Bitcoin, and then that Bitcoin is going to be used to get another loan to get a total of $5,000. Then you can show the details. Here you can see how MultiHODL works. So this is the Bitcoin of the 1,000 US dollar tether that I've put in, and eventually adds up to the total trade of $5,000, which is of course included with 4,000 borrowed. And very important, you have to adjust your take profit and your stop loss level, which simply means that the take profit this is just the default setting, okay? So the take profit level is if Bitcoin moves up 28% to 52,000 US dollars, my profit will be $1,400 on this trade, okay? I'm not going to say that Bitcoin is going to move 28%. I'm not going to wait for that, because if you leave your trade open for a very long time, of course you pay interest every 5 hours on the borrowed money, okay? So the longer your trade will be open, the more expensive of course it will be. So trading is usually for very short periods of time. So in this example, let's say that Bitcoin moves 2% up, and that gives us a 41,654 US dollar Bitcoin. My maximum profit will be $100. And let's put in a stop loss at a level if Bitcoin drops 1%, which is $40,209. The max loss here, what you can see here, is $52.60 if of course I accept this. So then I've read the terms. You should always read the terms, and then I say start. And after starting your trade, which as you can see is pretty simple, you can see it here on the top screen. I have a trade open with 1,000 US dollar tether. I have decided to go long, so I'm expecting Bitcoin to rise. I have a 5x leverage, and at the moment I'm in a loss of a $2.90. And it's always, if you put in a new trade on MultiHODL, it is put in as a market order, which means you cannot decide at which exact price you want to buy or sell in your trade. It's always a market order, okay? So on the market book, if you put in the trade, it's get executed right away. So that also means if you're closing your position, it will close as closest to the current market price as possible, all right? There's always some volatility, some delay of a couple of seconds. So the price that you will see, now you can see that my profit is $1.48. If I close the position, which I will do shortly just to show you how you can close your position. If you close your position and you're in a profit, let's say you are in a profit for $10 for this example. If you close it, and it says here in this example, close and get 1,001.48 US dollar tether. The moment you press it, it gets executed, but because of the delay, you can get a little bit more or a little bit less. Just something to be aware of. Also, if your trade is open, you can always adjust the levels, but you cannot adjust the leverage. That is done when you initiate the trade. So if you want to change your leverage, you have to open a new trade or close this trade and open a new trade, or of course open a second trade. You can open multiple trades at the same time, that's no problem. Now you can see I'm in a profit, $12.64. I'm going to close this position just to show you how it works. If I press the button close MultiHODL, it's going to close my position. My profit will be $6.7. The rollover every 3 hours is 0.007%, which is 28 cents. But of course the total rollover is 0 because I just opened a trade and the first 3 hours hasn't passed yet. Okay, so I will get back $1,006.70. I press close, and now the trade has been closed. And of course we want to know what amount exactly has been added to my wallet, and we can see that over here. And we can see exactly the amount that came into my wallet is $1,006.03. So this is a live example of that the amount shown as your profit, that the realized profit or loss can fluctuate because the market order has to be executed, okay? You can also go short. So if the market is going down, you just find the currency you want to trade. Let's say, for example, you want to trade Ethereum against the US dollar Tether, and you're going to say, no, I'm going to say the market is going down. You just select down, which is a short position. You put in the amount of money that you want to put into your trade. You move your leverage to whatever level you desire. And I can really recommend to keep it low, because the higher the leverage, the higher the risk, okay? You can also use your mobile phone. You can use a mobile app, MultiHODL. You just open it and then you can select MultiHODL and you can put in a trade and close the trade manually there as well. So that's very easy, very user-friendly, and it's fast. So in this example, I'm going to open one more trade just to show you again how it works. And this time we're going to open a trade on Polkadot. So let's put in a long position on Polkadot. The market is going up in this specific example, in this trade. And you can see that I have Polkadot on my account. It's only 2.8 Polkadot, but I want to trade with US dollar Tether, and then you can see how much Polkadot there is. So let's say I put in a $100 trade and I use again a 5x leverage, as you can see over here. And I will adjust the take profit. So let's say if the market goes up 2%, it moves to 1844, I will get some Polkadot. And if the market moves down 1%, I want to get out of the trade, and it will cost me, as you can see, $5.6 US. Okay? And then of course you say, yes, I've read the terms, and then we say start. And this is how easy it is to open a new trade on MultiHODL, on Youhodler. And now the trade is open until it hits either the boundary of the take profit or it hits the boundary of the stop loss. That's just how simple that works. If you want to change your trade, let's say that this trade where we are trading against Polkadot, I want to adjust the levels. Let's say that I have more confidence in the market. I did some technical analysis and I said, well, I think the potential move is maybe 5%. But I want to get out maybe at 4%, then I can just easily say, well, I don't want plus 1.94%, I want 3%, and everything gets recalculated, and I just press save. So trading, who is it for? Well, trading is not recommended for beginners, people who have absolutely zero experience, because yes, it has a higher risk. So be aware, there is a higher risk that you can lose money. So make sure that if you start using tools, if you start using trading, keep the leverage low, start with lower amounts of money, maybe interest that you've earned, so your risk is a zero if it comes to your own funds that maybe you worked hard for. So be careful with trading. And yes, you can also use it on your mobile phone. So thank you so much for watching this video, this tutorial about MultiHODL. Let me know what you think about MultiHODL down below in the comments. I want to thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.